out there, how are you doing? Hope everything is wonderful, peachy and fine. I am back again with a next video, and if I'm not sounding as excited as I should be, it is because my internet currently sucks. It sucks as hell. Now, in case you don't know this, my name is Mischief, and welcome to the channel Mischief Arts, where you can just chill out, draw, read a book or something while listening to me babble on about anything. If you have any suggestions on topics you'd like me to talk about, just leave it down in the comments and I will be more than happy to talk about those subjects. But today we're not talking about G20, but I'm just angry, so I'm going to rant about them for a few minutes. The reason why I am making this video is because when testing the new art supply, I did such a massive fail that I felt as though, hey, I can't draw. I am such a nitwit that I can't draw. And for some reason, I got it into my head, like, what if people accuse me of tracing? Because here it is, proof that I can't draw. But then sometimes some of my artwork come out so good that, you know, you're just gonna have to accuse me of tracing. But I swear that is not the case, where I do look at references, but not tracing. So I decided to show one of my drawing process from beginning to end, where I started with the circle of the face and just sort of wing it throughout, and I was going for a sad facial expression. I will be sure to point out all of my mistakes as we go along, but I was ranting about G20. So I was watching Law & Order SVU Special Victims Unit, and then all of a sudden my video starts buffering and it's reloading and I have no damn clue what is going on. So of course I'm angry right now, because why is the internet so slow? It's so damn dead. So I was trying to even make a report to G20, because I saw, I googled to see if there's any issue with G20 right now. There's apparently not, but there was like a site where you could go make a report. I tried, and you know what, it wasn't even loading. Like, it couldn't even load that site. I turned off the Wi-Fi on my tablet, and my phone internet is still slow. It's moving like the dead right now. You know, I'm pretty sure the dead can move faster than my internet right now. That's how damn awful it is. It is like everything in this country is awful. And I'm just angry right now, so excuse my ranting. So right now the drawing doesn't look all that well, and I just switched from ranting about G20 to talking about my drawing. Oh well, such is life. Back to talking about the drawing. Her hair and her face, blah blah blah. The eraser on this pencil can't work for shit. It can't work for shit. You know, I'm not censoring what I say. These videos are barely getting any views on them, so they can't erase for shit. That's what they can do. I tried cleaning out the palette just a little bit, and you're going to see how I mixed my skin color here. Added some yellow of the cheap Crayola paint, because it's just a drawing for fun, so why the hell not? And some red, but I added a little bit too much red, so I had to go back and add some yellow. Some of the yellow acrylic paint that I bought, that's the Star Made acrylic paint, and then I added some white, but I figured that color was too dark, so I took some aside and added just a little bit more white. To be honest, painting this was a little bit hard, partially because the paint is dirt cheap. I must say it's dirt cheap, but because it's dirt cheap, it's not good quality paint. You know, scratch it. It wasn't dirt cheap too. It was fairly priced, because the apparently cheap Crayola watercolor kit was $1,400 for that. And that is not cheap to me. I could have done something else with that. I could have gotten a few tubes of the acrylic to paint, but they only had 3 colors. 3 colors. It's like every time you go buy acrylic paint, you can never get the colors. There's like 3 or 4, and you don't even get the colors you want. So I initially went for yellow, red, white, and black. Those are the 3 colors I use the most, especially when it comes to mixing the tones for skin color. But they only had red, yellow, green, so I just picked those 3 up instead. I have to get white and black. I'm in desperate need of black. Anyway, that's not the only place I went to. I went to a next store, but they had no black too. Why wasn't there any black? Right now her eyes just looks weird. It looks like she's on drugs, especially the fact that she has no eyebrows just add to the, oh, she's probably on drugs. Now, I mentioned that I had some issue with this paint, and you're going to see, though I'm not sure if you're going to get to see it quite as good as I was hoping that you would see it. And I really wish you could have seen more of the palette and the colors that I was using and what I was doing. Anyway, the issue comes here when I needed to blend in the darker tones with the lighter tones. And you're not seeing it that good on camera, but oh, there, you see the color just lifts right up and gives that sort of ugly looking mess left behind. That was the thing, every time I tried to blend it in, the layer that I had done before just picks right up and mixes into the mess. And it was just one hell of a task to do because it kept lifting up, so that means I could see the white of the paper through it. So I had to find a way to lay it back down flat, and it just wasn't blending. It was a nightmare. This was just pretty hard. It was a nightmare of a piece to do. That nose is scary. That nose is the nose made of nightmares. That nose is the nose that you see when you can't sleep at night. Anyway, I'm here insulting a fake nose. Just wait till you see the eyebrows. One of them looks so pretty and cute and just fluffy and lovely, and the other one, she should just shave both her eyebrows off, honestly. And again, I'm here insulting a character that is made up. That's not even real. I ruined myself. Not to mention that here, and oh boy, please, for the love of God, don't tell me that I kept the sketch pad all the way up there, so you don't even get to see when I paint her hair. Anyway, I wanted to start with a pretty light color for her hair. And again, it's pretty opaque, to be honest. The cat just threw the bin down. Yay, it was Sophie, if anyone wants to know who it was. My bin is filled to the rim. It needs to be empty. I've got to go empty that. I'll empty it soon, don't worry. And by the time you're seeing this, so it is currently 6:12 on Tuesday, the 13th of April, but you will probably see this the 14th of April, which would be Wednesday, because I already released a video today and I want to do a video a day. From the looks of it, if I keep to this schedule, I might just get to do a video a day. Speaking about which, I still have clothes I need to go wash, and I'm not even talking about this art piece. So you know what, I'm gonna give you a bit of, I have no advice to give you. This was a shit show that was lit on fire, but it comes out somewhat decent in the end, so just keep watching. Please, I beg of you, just keep watching. Ignore all my mean comments. I've just been pretty, what's the word to say, miserable. I've been pretty miserable for the past few days, and I have no idea why I'm that way. Maybe it's because my room is an utter complete mess. I'm just turning into Chloe. Oh, I've also been watching Marcus Ladybug. Even though I should have more likely take inspiration from a character like Marinette, who I must add can be mean sometimes. but it seems like I'm taking inspiration from Chloe. Or you know who's the perfect character to take inspiration from? Oh, it definitely isn't Adrian, obviously. Hawkmat, Gabriel Agresta. Should definitely take inspiration from him. I mean, he is a famous designer and whatnot. After, even though he's not real, we're done talking about cartoons and kid stuff. And we shall talk more of the painting. For example, we shall talk about the hair and the fact that I shaded some parts darker than the other, and what color could I have possibly used for her hair. Well, to be honest, I started with burnt sienna and mixed it with lemon yellow to get the lightest shade that I used. Then I used just the burnt sienna. And for her eyebrows, I first started it with burnt umber. Same for the darker spots on her hair that you see there. Some of the darker spots also has a little bit of burnt umber mixed into it. And then I topped the eyebrows off with lamp black. And her eyes were a mixture of lamp black, burnt umber, and burnt sienna. That was a mouthful, wasn't it? As for her lips, I used crimson red and scarlet. Those were the two colors that I used, but considering the fact that this is a cheap set of acrylic paint, oh well. Also, you guys can, maybe I'll do a little quick video showing the before and after cleanup of the art studio. Well, not necessarily art studio, but a table in a room with a bed and a fan, because it gets hot here. We're in the Caribbean and it burns, especially the fact that we haven't had rain in quite some time. Also, if you hear any other noise other than my annoying voice, the annoying fan behind me, it's the man there. We have this thing called Nowrat right now, where you pray for 9 nights and you fast for those 9 nights, where you don't eat any meat whatsoever. No, nothing wrong. You're not supposed to curse. You're not supposed to say anything bad. And of course, I can't keep such a fast, mainly because someone's going to say something to me and I'm going to let out a big F-bomb right in the middle of something. Or I'll be joking and let it out. So I cannot keep that fast. Anyway, I want to use white to add some highlights to her face, like her under her eyes, her nose, and her forehead, not to mention her chin. But that didn't go as planned, so then I add a little pink to her mouth. And voila, we have this beautiful painting. Hope to see you guys again soon. That's all for this video. Goodbye.